Sawtooth. It's a 12-inch block. Here's what it looks like. Here's the diagram. And here's what it looks like with 4 put together. I like how it makes these triangles or squares between the blocks. For the patches, we have patch A is cut 4 7/8 inches by 4 7/8 inches, and you cut it in half once diagonally to make 2 4-inch finished half square triangles. And we need 4 patches of that. These are the rotary cutting instructions. If you have an AccuQuilt, you can use your 8-inch cube for this entire block, and this will be shape 3. For patch B, we're going to cut a 5 1/4 inch square and then cut it in half diagonally twice to get 4 patches of 4-inch finished quarter square triangle. Here are the patches. Patch C is a 2-inch finished square. We're going to cut 2 1/2 inch squares, and we'll need 4. Patch D is a 2-inch finished half square triangle. We cut 2 7/8 inch squares. We cut it in half once diagonally, and we get 2 patches. We need 8 patches, so that means we have to cut 4 of these squares and cut each of the squares in half diagonally once. And finally, patch E is a 4-inch finished square that we cut 4 1/2 inches by 4 1/2 inches, and we have 1 patch for that. Here are the fabrics I've chosen. And this is, a lot of these I've been using because I got a fat quarter pack, and it's called Creativity Glows. It's really a cute collection, and it's from Moda. Here is the big patch A. These are patch B. Here's patch C, D, and E. How I'm going to piece this, I'm going to sew 2 D patches to 1 B patch, and it's going to look like this. That is this unit right here, the BD unit, and there are 4 of those, so we're going to piece 4 of those. Then we're going to assemble the star in the center. Then we're going to piece this little shape here. It's like a trapezoid, and this little shape goes right here. It's the BBB shape. This is a big triangle here. If I cover this up, this is the shape we're making, and we're going to make 4 of those. And then finally we take the big triangle patch A and we piece it to each corner. Here is the piecing progress. This, for step number 1, is actually a flying geese unit, and here I always stitch on one side first and then I press them. Then the next thing we're going to stitch this on this side and then press. So we'll do that to those. This unit is a no-name unit, and it alternates these B patches. So the next one I will sew just like this, and this is what it looks like when it's finished. So I sewed this side first, pressed it, now I'll sew this side. So you just flip it over and press it this way. Now we have the flying geese stitched and pressed, and we have our little trapezoid stitched and pressed. The next thing we'll do is take our large square and assemble the star in the center. We take our square and our finished flying geese, put those all around, and we're going to fill in the corners with the small squares. Now we'll just sew into rows. There are 3 rows, and then sew the rows together and press. Here's our center star. Now we're going to take these trapezoids and we're going to piece them just like this. Just sew. I would sew them to opposite sides first, then press, then sew the remaining 2 sides and press. Here is our almost finished block. The last thing we have to do is sew these triangles in the corners. Thank you for watching.